Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everybody. Thought that maybe it was time to give y'all a little update. And I'm sorry, I'm doing this with the kids. Nick is at work. But when he gets home, it's kind of all hands on deck to get the animals tended and everybody fed and everybody down before I crash. Hi, Mama. So we went into the spring really strong, but I was an unknown. Facing chemo and immunotherapy, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel, how well I was going to function. And the thing that was hard was tempering my plans for a huge garden this year. Because I have my one garden helper here, a number one garden helper here.
Hi.
And then we have a budding garden helper. Sis, what do you have? No. We're having ice pops at 8:30 in the morning outside on the deck. Because that's how we roll here. The sun is not being very kind. I might have to change positions. So I had my first treatment in March. And it knocked me down for the better part of 2 weeks. Started to feel better, developed some pretty bad bone pain, and then back at it. April, I had my second round, and I was down for about 3 or 4 days, and then I felt like I was just bouncing right back. And then I went down with what felt like the flu, but it wasn't like, I wasn't sick per se. I was just completely exhausted and run down, and I just not functioning. And when I went for my third round of chemo, my white cells, my white count had just completely dropped down too far to be able to continue. And so basically we went week by week, and I spent, I think it was 5 weeks, going every week, watching the counts go lower and lower. And I didn't think they could go any lower. They were like dropping by half every week. And I was going, stop. No, you cannot touch it. You want to sit in my lap? Come here. Nope. So the decision was made to try a series of shots to try to get my white counts up at least so that I could get my third round. And they were brutal. So mind you, the hospital where I have to go for treatment is about an hour away. It was 4 days in a row of going, getting a shot, coming home. And just that drive was enough that I had to lay down when I got home. I couldn't, that was it. That was all I could do. And so we did labs on the 4th day. And when I got them, I knew we were going to be a go. So that on the 5th and 6th day, I went back for chemo and immunotherapy. So now we're waiting. So that was, the second day was exactly a week ago today. And I yesterday and today, I have felt somewhat decent. So I feel like this is going a lot like the last round. First 2 days are rough. And I had a sweet friend that came over the first day and helped me with the kids, because this completely threw off my schedule. We were on a Thursday, Friday schedule, so that I had Saturday and Sunday that Nick was here with the kids, and now we're on a Monday, Tuesday schedule. So I go right from chemo to full-time mom with no break. But I had a sweet friend that came over and helped with the kids part of the day, the first day, and that was such a help because I didn't run out of steam before noon. And the second day I did, and Nick was able to come home a little bit early, so we made it. And then the third day was not terrible, and I was just tired. And, you know, every day has gotten progressively just a little bit better. I still deal with a lot of nausea, but I've been managing that without using any kind of prescription medication, because the prescription stuff just makes me too tired. I can't function, and that's hard mentally, to just be groggy from medication. So that was the hard part of our spring. The fun part of our spring is we Isaiah and I, started our entire garden from seed, including some really lovely flowers. And we still have stuff that we're starting. The cats are out here playing, and Sis is having fun here, so don't mind the noise. This is life. We included some really lovely flowers, and we added the 3 raised garden beds. You saw that in previous videos. And we got bees. When we sat down and we committed to some goals for this year, bees was one of them, because there used to be bees on this property a long time ago, and from what I've heard, it was some really great honey. 2, it's been hard to source, and maybe it's just because we're still working on getting connected down here, but it's been hard to source a reasonably priced local honey. Hi. To help with allergies, and we use a lot of honey. I try to stay away from sugar if I can help it. And yeah, except for you love your sugar, huh? You like your sugar. So when I was diagnosed, that was one of the things we just automatically assumed we would just not be able to do this year, because there just was not going to be enough time, enough money, enough anything to add anything else. We've had to pare down. Right now we have no turkeys. We do not have our goat anymore. We do still have quite a few chickens, but that's because we're selling laying hens. We added, I think it was 40 some chickens, but basically that's like a 5-minute chore every day. We had ordered turkeys, but there was a delay due to bird flu with the hatchery. So, and actually that was another God moment, because they would have arrived right when I was in the middle of trying to get those weight counts up. So it's actually a really good thing that they didn't come. Now that I'm feeling better, I'll better be able, because I brood them. Like, I'm the one that takes care of them when they're babies. Like, it's just my thing. I enjoy it, and they're fun. They grow very quickly. They get very big very quickly, and it's really funny when you see an animal that's like literally this big, puffing itself out, trying to make it big. Like the toms, they're so funny. I'm a little disjointed because chemo fog is real, and sometimes the thoughts don't come quite in as orderly a manner as they should. But this video is just really just an update, and I kind of wanted to take you around and show you a little bit of the garden that we do have. Now, I'm not going to be able to take you up on other parts of the property to show you what we have growing up there. Just physically, I can't do that, especially with the kids. But this space here around the house, Zone 1, is just so lush and so beautiful. And, if I can do nothing else, I can come out here and just look and just see some of the things that are growing and the food that we're starting to be able to eat out of here. Now, it is horribly overgrown because I'm the one who enjoys doing the lawn maintenance, and I have not been able to do it. Running a weed whacker or a lawnmower has just not been something I can do with any kind of consistency. And not that Nick can't do it, but a lot of nights he comes home and I go to bed. That's just the reality. It's just the reality. He can't really be out here doing lawn maintenance while he's got the kids with him. That's just not safe. So we're getting it done. So it's going to be a little bit overgrown. I have done a little bit of cleanup, but not as much as I would like to. So the rest of the video, I'm just going to show you some of what we've got growing, and enjoy it. And we appreciate your prayers very, very much. I still have 3 treatments to go, and then we'll reassess and see where I'm at. And the likelihood is I will be in and out of treatment every few years, because this is just not something that goes away. It's considered chronic, and it's definitely a real change of life incident. Like, it really is one of those things that just completely changed your way of living.
No.
Although there's some things that will not change because I just refuse. Like refusing to take prescription medication for nausea unless I absolutely need it because it's just toxic. The cats are over here fighting. Hi, babies. All right, so let's go see the garden, and I might wrap it up. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. My favorite things is this lemon balm. It was a teeny tiny piece of lemon balm that was shared with me last year, and it's huge. I've harvested probably 4 times off of it to dry for tea and make tinctures, and it's still going strong. Next to it over here is a hibiscus that will also be used for tea, along with nasturtium there and there. The hostas are good for chop and drop. You can use them to add mulch. And the other stuff in here, there's some echinacea tucked back in there. And then the rest is just volunteer and patience from last year because they're almost invasive. In this little weedy mess here are raspberries that we brought from New Jersey that are still in a pot. I have to figure out where to put them. We've got, because it's too early in the day, they're not open, but this is chamomile. I've also been harvesting chamomile here for teas. Peppers, peppers, peppers. Kale that's going to seed that I overwintered. I'm just waiting for seeds. It's okay. It's all right. This is more peppers, lettuce. That's a loofah plant. This is dill and zinnias in here. More peppers. This is the raised bed garden from last year, and it started with volunteer potatoes, and then I added more potatoes. There's Brussels sprouts here and tomatoes, and you can't probably see anything because it's just one big massive mess, and it is unsightly. There's peppers all in pots in the front there. Hi, Mama. Are you gonna plant? Are you gonna plant? Are you gonna plant? We've got little baby giant maracacci peppers coming. There's, let's see, there's little Brussels sprouts in there. These are on the front step. We've got tiny little purple Moraski peppers growing. This is a cucumber that I'm going to let vine down in the flower bed. Got some lemongrass here, lemongrass there. I even planted peppers down behind the bushes. We've got more peppers, strawberries, turmeric, lemongrass,
Strawberry.
another kind of peppers. These are Sugar Rush peach peppers. It's not ready, buddy. Don't pick it. So this is oregano, more peppers. There's tomatillo in there, borage for the pollinators. These are sauce tomatoes. This is a gray zucchini. If you can see, there's a baby down there. There's a baby one down there. I had some potatoes that failed, so I repurposed those pots, put some peppers in there. More zucchini, lots of potatoes. There's 3 beds here. I've got peppers in pots and herbs. There's stevia. My lettuce has gone nuts. I actually pulled some of the lettuce because it was just too much. We couldn't keep up with it. So in here we've got onions and cabbage, zucchini, and lettuce. And I've started where I pulled the lettuce, put in tomatoes, the Burpee Longkeeper tomatoes, because there's a really, really, really yummy tomato. This here is a sunflower that Isaiah planted in March when we were putting these beds in. And that's a corn plant that he dug up from up on landing and brought down and just to see what it would do. This bed has got peppers, tomatoes, and in the back is zucchini. In between each of these beds, there's pots of potatoes. And then there's some garlic on the ground too. This bed is insane. I don't even know if you can see. There was a volunteer. It's some sort of cucurbit. I thought maybe it was a cucumber, and I probably should have pulled it, but I didn't. This bed has got Isaiah's tomatoes and peppers. It's got some lettuce in it, some of the Paris Island lettuce. But this squash has just taken over everything. Now, all back here is all the knotweed. That's the bad stuff. But the birds love it. So what we're doing is we're trying to keep a pathway here, which I have to come out here and knock it down and I don't know, I might just quit because I can't knock the knotweed down without killing this, whatever this squash is. We do have a comfrey growing in there that I've been using to make comfrey tea. And under here, where is it? There's a Joe Pye weed that I did, the one that I bought at the plant swap that I finally got going. And then there's a bunch more potatoes in here. This is a longer holler, which is just absolutely overgrown right now. But I want to show you the bees. Come on, sis. Come on. Let's stay over here. We don't want to get too close. All right, that's far enough. So do you see it? Aren't they cool? And then there's 2 more hives up on the mountain. All right, come back here, kid.
Hello, everyone. This is me, Isaiah, at the Homestead. Welcome to the Homestead. Actually, there's one over there, 2 more over there, and then 1 over there. This is only cantaloupe and watermelon. You can see Mommy's on the back of you,
and we started them from seed, right?
You're not supposed to tell anything, girl.
Okay.
So, like I said, these are watermelon and cantaloupe. And we have some up there. Can you see that stuff up there?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, you should invite, this is going to be our watermelon patch. And there's dirt all in these bags.
They're called grow bags. All right, so I know that I said I wasn't going to show you any of the rest of the property because it's such a mess. And it is. But this is the craziness behind our house. But upon further inspection, let's go see. We have a beautiful old pear tree back here. And then this right there is one of the cherry trees that I grew from cuttings and brought with me. Underneath there's strawberries and oregano. Now next year I'll probably have to do some maintenance on these trees. But for now they're just growing. This is so overgrown. It's crazy. We had Franny clear a lot of this, but she didn't get down this far. That right there is another cherry tree, which is almost as tall as I am. It's hard to tell. This is garlic. And this, I have to be careful because I have a cat that wants some attention at my feet. This is, we got a bunch of strawberries from underneath of this one. This also has echinacea and garlic growing underneath of it. Behind that in here, I have a row of tomatoes, oregano, more strawberries, more garlic. This mess. Now this is an old apple tree, which I don't know if it's salvageable. We're trying. But this is where I had rhubarb. At one point I had a whole bunch of stuff growing. You see the rocks. I haven't really been able to maintain it this year because I just haven't felt good. But I did. This is the old chicken run area. And while we have a bunch of weeds that I still need to get in here and deal with, we have some flowers. We have tomatoes. We have peppers, sunflower. And let's see, I think I even put some lettuce in up here. It's so overgrown. I have to get up here with a weed whacker, but it's hard. So there's lettuce in the middle. A bunch of weeds. Can't really keep up with them right now, but the tomatoes are looking good. Peppers are looking okay. A lot of them didn't make it. The guineas attacked them. And see that big stone? I unearthed that with a shovel to make room for one part of this garden. But yeah, there's peppers there, there's tomatoes, there's garlic coming up in here. It's a wild mess. There's another cherry tree there that's so overgrown. Oh my gosh, it's so overgrown. I will get it cleaned up. But right now, it's just a wild, wild mess. And that's okay, because that's the season that we're in. So that's about it. So that's a bit of what we're growing here this year. Now there are parts that I can't show you because I can't get to, but it is almost 9 o'clock at night here tonight. This is day 2 of filming because it takes me a while. But it's been a good couple of days, and I'm loving the parts of our property that I'm able to start reclaiming and using to grow a lot of food. I'm excited because we're already starting to harvest stuff, which is amazing considering how sick I've been. Isaiah is looking for me. I better go. So for now, come see us again, y'all. Thanks for coming along with us on this journey, and just keep praying that I can get my strength back and get this knocked down so that I can get back to work here.